right, I've got a treat for you. I think it's exciting, but I always love to research the brain of the kids. Even when I was working with the itty bitties, it is so fascinating to understand how they learn. So that way we can kind of have almost an insight to what we're doing with as we provide them the care that they need. And it's very interesting as we start to see the teenage brain and what they're looking for, that we kind of understand it. So it's not just this rogue, like there's an alien that's taken over my child moment. You can kind of be like, oh, right, this is their brain trying to adapt, and it's normal. So this is what I do a lot with my clients, the teen clients. I will pull up my whiteboard up here on Zoom, and we kind of talk through stuff together for the visual learners. And then we also have the audio learning. And sometimes we'll get the kinesthetics stuff they can do on their side. So I'm kind of hitting all the learning styles here. So, but I wanted to show you, because this is cool. So these are the 3 stages of the teen development. Okay, so we're going to start here with the imprint stage, and this is 0 to 7 years old. This is a lot of parent programming. They are learning from our actions. They're watching us and just kind of taking in the world around them. Because this is, them just trying to figure out, like, oh, this is my home. Those are my parents. They take care of me. They bring me water. We eat food together because my stomach was hungry. That's kind of the imprint stage. Okay. So now we go up to the modeling stage. And I usually like to do this with my teens because they get to add in stuff, their input. So I don't like to pre-put all the information. So I wanted to do that with you guys so you could see what I do and be a little more familiar with what your teen is doing when they work with me. Okay, so this is the modeling stage. The modeling stage, 8 through 13. This is when puberty kicks in. This is when they don't really understand what their bodies are doing. Bodies are changing, and they don't know why, because it's confusing. And y'all remember that. It is confusing to have your body go through puberty. We don't know what's happening, but it is. This is when they start to form an identity. I am good at this, so therefore I am good at soccer, so therefore I'm an athlete. I am good at the trombone, therefore I am a band person, I'm a band member. I am a swimmer. I am, so just associate. This is where they kind of start to identify with that, I don't want to say identity, because that's who they are. That's starting to help them kind of form. I am no longer a child in your house. I am a athlete, right? So they're starting to kind of form their own identity. This is when they start copying behaviors of those around them. A lot of times it's friends. A lot of times this is in school. A lot of times you get a message from the teacher. Oh, hey, there were 3 kids that did this, and yours happened to be one of them, because they work in packs, because that gives them the security. They are starting to try to form who they are with that identity. And what does that mean? What are they going to do? Yes, this is role models. This is important to have good role models, because that is super important at this age, because they are watching, they are learning, they are still observing, but they like to call this the observant stage, because they are trying to figure out who they are. And man, if that person beside them is going to be doing something and they are going to move in a pack, then that's what they're going to be doing. So super important to kind of know their friends, know what's happening, know what's going on in their lives, so you can kind of help be that sounding board for, hey, that's a great decision that you just did that you just did your homework early and you don't have to stay up late. Or, let's try to think about how we could have done that differently, which is part of it. That's part of childhood, but it's helpful to kind of know this is what their brains are wired to do. All right, let's go on to socialization. This is our 14 through 21-year-olds. And this is when they are starting to prepare to be a member of society. Hard to think, right? As you have a 14, 15, 16-year-old, but this is what they're preparing for. This is when they start to try risk. They followed those people for so long, in that modeling stage. They worked in a pack, but now they're starting to do it on their own. They're starting to kind of take those risks, either in their job, either in their social life, or just personally. Let's see. They are starting to learn higher levels of empathy. They are trying to develop their language skills. They are trying to build their confidence, because guess what? They've got some big things coming their way. And this is when they can start to build those things that are going to help them thrive as they hit adulthood. So why wait to, a lot of times for us, and I don't know if this is how you were, but you get to adulthood and you're just kind of like, the door hits you in the face of like, oh my goodness. So this is the time, the 14 to 21, the 8 to 13. This is the time to start kind of preparing them for what it takes to be an adult. And a lot of times it's just that raising their consciousness. And when I say that, it's like, actually see what gratitude is, actually see how making baby steps can get you confidence, be aware of what you're doing, know your body. Are you tired? Are you thirsty? Are you hungry? That way you can make really good decisions, opposed to well, that so-and-so next is doing that, so I guess I'll do that. It kind of helps them get their individual wants and needs met. And that way they can be who they are and make better choices, are their best choices. I shouldn't say better, the best. Okay, I think that's about it. It's super interesting. I could go on forever, so I'm just going to kind of stop there. But because I want to keep these short and sweet, as almost like a little nugget of information, and give you something to think about as you kind of work with your teens. So, as always, I'm here to support you. And I just opened a new 6-package deal on my website, jenbrowncoaching.com. If you are kind of thinking, man, 12 weeks is too long, I just need them to kind of have a snapshot of what you're doing. And then we can always add from there. But that is a choice. And I'm super grateful for everybody joining this group. And I will be seeing you soon. Bye. Okay, bye again.